Good morning or good afternoon, folks out there. Welcome to day 3 of our second annual Enigma Mystery Art Auction hosted by Fogo Island Pride and in benefit for our organization, Quadrangle NL, and local artists, local and national artists at this point in time. My name is Trevor Taylor. I am one of the co-founders and co-directors of Fogo Island Pride. Fogo Island's first LGBTQ2 plus or SIA plus advocacy groups for folks in rural and remote parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. So welcome back. If you have been joining us for the last 3 days to be part of this event, a big shout out to yesterday's lucky bidders or winners of the bids for yesterday's lot number 2. We've got Barry Brett, Rochelle Donaldson, and Jeanette Parsons again, going 2 for 2, being the winning bidders on yesterday's pieces. So congratulations to those lucky bidders. Members of Fogo Island Pride will be in contact with you to arrange for shipping and payment and take care of all that stuff that happens now because of a pandemic. All right, so before we, as in usual practice, before we go into today's lots, I do want to take some time to specifically talk about Quadrangle NL and actually provide a bit of a correction, because in a previous broadcast, I had indicated that Quadrangle NL actually only started last year, which in actual fact is completely false. That Quadrangle NL actually started in 2015 is when they became incorporated. And I would imagine, like most other community organizations, they were probably in doing things within the community long before that. So it was actually 2015. So they're on to year 5 now. But now I guess their efforts have really ramped up now in the last year. And specifically, it's to create this community center specifically for LGBTQ2 SIA plus individuals. I believe to be in St. John's, but really helping everybody within our province. To be a space for resource building, resilience, and connection, helping these initiatives for the queer community in Newfoundland and Labrador. And something that we here at Fogo Island Pride are so grateful to see. It is something that is very much needed in our province. And it's really building the capacity of our network to really support our community. Something that I don't really think, lots of people have been fighting it for years, but now it seems like real tangible action is being taken. So we did want to reach out and support them. So to run down and actually before I go on, Fogo Island Pride has some announcements as well. So as you are probably likely aware, our Pride Week is going to be starting now on Sunday the 9th and going through to the 15th of next week. We've got a number of in-person and virtual experiences for people within the community here on the island and throughout the province. So you can make sure that you do check us out on our social media pages, which I don't know if they're up there today. My producer, I'm sure, will throw them up there immediately. Oh, there they are. So if you haven't followed us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, jump over there and do that now so you're up to date with everything that's going on. And a very special announcement today. We are going to be releasing our 2020 Pride Guide today with a detailed explanation or semi-detailed explanation of what's going to be happening next week, in addition to a series, something that we're exceptionally proud of, a series of collected stories of experiences of rural queer people or people who are people within the queer community in rural and remote parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. Something which we really wanted. We had it on our slate last year to do, and it just never quite happened. But this year we got it out. So definitely check that out. It's going to be on our website, fogoislandpride.org, and on our social media channels throughout the day. So something to check out for you folks out there who are following along with us, as you should. All right. So the Enigma Art Auction. So we're on to day 3. We've got 3. Today we're on to lot 3. And I believe this lot, I'm looking over my producer, my partner in crime, Evan Parsons. We have 4 pieces. No, that's tomorrow. So we do have 3 pieces for lot 3 today. And part of the 17 pieces that were given to us, that were donated to us by artists across the country. The gallery itself, just to remind everybody, can be found at fogoislandpride.org underneath the Enigma show. And you can go on there at any point in time and see what's coming up and see what's there for today. But specifically for bidding, you do need to be going to on our event page that is on Facebook. That is where our the bidding will take place, and where the post, which I believe went up about 5 minutes ago and is live right now, where people can bid there. So a few notes about this. Bidding is open from noon each day to 11:59:59 Newfoundland Standard Time. So you've got 12 hours to get your bids in. One pro tip, if you're a person who is bidding and definitely wants to get a piece, is you can click and you can turn on notifications for that particular post. So if somebody outbids you, Facebook, as great as it is, the algorithm will let you know, hey, somebody else probably just commented and just outbid you. So pro tip for getting your bidding in. So very important that when you go to that Facebook events page, you comment on the picture, not on the post. You comment on the picture of the item, of the art piece that you want to bid on, with your amount and your name. All right. Now, we do realize that your name shows up, obviously, in Facebook, but you might be bidding on behalf of somebody else, which is okay too. So bidding does have to start at $20. There's a $20 minimum. That being said, you don't need to start at $20 if you really feel that the artist piece is deserving of more than that. And remember that this is going to a good cause. It is going to support Fogo Island Pride, Quadrangle, and the artists themselves. You can start that bidding well over $20, but has to be a minimum of $20. Same thing, we've got increments of at least $5. Again, you can jump up more than that each time, but it has to be going up by at least $5 at a time. Probably keep it to the whole numbers to make our lives a little bit easier. Other than that, I'm looking over at my producer now. Is there anything else that I need to let the fine folks out there know? No. So we are going to now jump over and we're going to take a look at today's pieces, lot number 3, and see what we've got up today. And again, I never mentioned this. I mentioned in the previous broadcast, but I've mentioned it before, that we've really got a very eclectic variety now this year, where we've opened up some of the restrictions we had on it in the past. So this piece number 7, is called Ski Boot. It is oil on canvas, and it is 5 inches by 7 inches. Small, lovely little piece. And it was actually created in 2017. I've actually seen this one in person. It's quite stunning. Textures and the colors are very nice. A great little addition that you could put on your mantle, or if there's a ski boot enthusiast in your world. All right. Now, this next piece up is very interesting, and I believe it is the only, we have had other sculptures or carving. I guess this falls into the sculpture kind of category. This is called the Homage to the Humble Turnip, or oh, my apologies. I'm reading. I'm just going back and I'm reading through some things here. So it is the Homage to the Humble Turnip. It was created in 2020, so it is created this year. It is a hydrical bronze acrylic powdered graphite, conservator's wax, brass, and glass. So that is what this lovely piece has been made of. Dimensions, including the glass dome, are 6.5 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches. Very unique piece for the turnip lovers out there. And if you are a person who's in Newfoundland and Labrador, I'm sure we've all had extensive experience with turnips and or rutabagas. Newfoundlanders don't call turnips what they're supposed to be called. Shock of the century. All right, so we're going to move on to our next piece number 9. Very, again, a very common scene if you've been in Newfoundland and Labrador, or pretty well anywhere, or in most, I shouldn't say most parts, in some parts of northern Canada. This is Saltwater Pond Caribou, also created in 2020. This is actually a much larger piece, and the artist actually has agreed to ship it at their cost to them, because they realized it was actually over the dimensions that we put out. So this is actually a 16-inch by 20-inch canvas print with hanging hardware all already installed and ready to go. So this is a very large canvas print. I suppose similar to the one here behind me. every color by Adam Young. All right, so that's our 3 pieces that we've got up in lot 3 today. Again, very unique pieces, very different pieces. I believe we're going to throw them all up here at once so we can see them all. There we go, as I cover up my face. All right, so we've got ski boot, oil on canvas. We've got the homage to the humble turnip, that very unique sculpture, and then we've got the saltwater pond caribou, the larger canvas print, ready to be hanged and ready to go. So just a reminder, if I can, there we go. All right. So just a reminder, make sure that you do follow our social media pages right there. And that if you do want to bid, you do have to go to the Facebook event page, and then you're commenting on the individual picture of the items that you want. Remember, you are supporting a good cause. Make sure that, I shouldn't say make sure, but give them what they're worth, folks. And happy bidding. Have a good one.